Hello there, guys. Welcome back to Younes Talks Football. Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today as we jump into... Look, I don't think this was on anyone's bingo card for 2025, right? Not at all. And that is Jose Mourinho being involved in an alleged racism scandal, right? We're going to get into all the detail and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. I'll show you exactly how this has all transpired and then offer my opinion because I feel like this is actually going to be pretty straightforward. This is actually pretty outrageous. The fact that we are talking about this in this context, in this manner, is absolutely flabbergasting. But I feel like there is one underlying issue to all of this and why this has gone down the way it has. So make sure you stay until the end as I will explain further. But let's get into the detail in terms of how this has come about. Galatasaray put out a statement after Galatasaray and Fenerbahce played each other, finished 0-0. Fenerbahce having Jose Mourinho as their manager, Galatasaray with their own manager and their own staff on the bench. And what had happened, there was one part of the game where their manager, right, and a couple of their staff, but their manager specifically, started jumping up and down. Out of frustration, out of anger, out of, at the referee. The referee who, by the way, was brought from outside of Turkey to officiate this match out of, you could say, an indirect proposal by Jose Mourinho, who has been accusing Turkish referees of not doing their jobs correctly and saying that in Turkey there's a systematic issue going on in the league. So they brought in a referee to referee this, you could say, derby, considering the history of Galatasaray and Fenerbahce, and it finished 0-0, and Jose had praise for the referee, but there was frustration on the Galatasaray bench, and then Jose had words to say about the opposition, Galatasaray, and their manager jumping up and down. So Galatasaray then came out with, I'm about to show you their statement. So, hashtag say no to racism. This was their statement. Since the commencement of his managerial duties in Turkey, Fenerbahce manager Jose Mourinho has persistently issued derogatory statements directed towards the Turkish people. Today, his discourse has escalated beyond merely immoral comments into unequivocally inhumane rhetoric. We hereby formally declare our intention to initiate criminal proceedings concerning the racist statements made by Jose Mourinho and shall accordingly submit official complaints to UEFA and FIFA. Furthermore, we shall diligently observe the stance adopted by Fenerbahce, an institution professing to uphold exemplary moral values in response to the reprehensible conduct exhibited by their manager. Can I just say off the bat, that is some absolutely outstanding, exquisite English used by Galatasaray. Can I just say that, yeah? That's the only praise I'm going to offer Galatasaray in this entire video. Because that statement, without question, has better grammar than most statements made by any Premier League club. I just have to say that. That was absolutely fantastic to see. But that's it. Everything else in terms of the context, we're going to get into. Fenerbahce then responded with their own statement. Official statement, we deem it necessary to issue this statement concerning a matter that has dominated the agenda following the match between our football team and Galatasaray. A post-match remark made by our coach, Jose Mourinho, has been deliberately taken entirely out of context and distorted in a misleading manner. As any reasonable person can clearly recognize, the expression used by Jose Mourinho was solely intended to describe the excessive reaction of the opposing team's technical staff to the referee's decisions during the match. These remarks cannot, under any circumstances, be associated with racism. Any attempt to portray the statement as a racist remark is completely malicious. We would like to inform the public that we will exercise our legal rights against this baseless accusation, which aims to take competition off the pitch, shift the agenda, and manipulate public perception. And that is from Fenerbahce. What was said, Jose Mourinho had come out and mentioned that their coach, their technical staff, were jumping up and down like monkeys. That was the remark, right? My personal opinion here, and not because I love Jose, Chelsea's greatest ever manager. As a Chelsea fan, of course, I'm going to flipping love the guy, yeah? But I'm going to be fair. There's absolutely nothing racist about that comment. He used an animal as a reference. Who said anything about skin color? When, for example, the technical staff, the manager of Galatasaray, are Turkish. What's going on? The same nationality as his own technical staff. It's got absolutely enough. We're at a point here where, I mean, when you actually go and look at the clip, yeah, the Galatasaray manager was actually jumping up and down, going crazy in the exact same manner as monkeys, the animals, actually jump. If you watch a monkey jump, it's the same mannerism. That is clearly what Jose was talking about. To even think and associate... Look, you can accuse Jose of many things, yeah? You can say that he's got an ego the size of Mars. You can say that he has... sometimes a negative energy towards some people. You can say that he's too harsh sometimes with some people. You can say that he's boring. You can say that he's finished. You can say all sorts of things about Jose, right? And there will always be some sort of a debate that will start. But one thing, I'm sorry, that you can never, out of everybody, you can never accuse of for racism is Jose Mourinho. I am sorry, but he has proved time and time again over decades that he hasn't even got an ounce of racist energy in his soul. An ounce. Not even. If we even want to go down that route, Galatasaray have decided to go down this route in terms of racism, and I think I know why. Yeah, I think I know why, and I'll get to that at the end. But what manager, let's do this, yeah? What manager on the biggest stage, yeah? Elite managers, what manager has done for African footballers as much as Jose Mourinho? Tell me. I'm ready to have a conversation right now. I'd love to hear it. There are managers that obviously have helped, but Jose has thrived on developing, on bringing, on working with African footballers. And if you look at his times throughout his clubs where he's been ultra successful, there's always been an African that has led by example as part of his spine. Always, if not multiple. Chelsea are a prime example. Didier Drogba, Michael Essien. We had Solomon Kalou. We had Jeremy. We had, John Obi Mikel. The list is endless, man. The list is endless. And that's just Chelsea. Let's not talk about Samuel Eto'o. Let's not talk about... it's endless. It's endless. What that man has done for... And you see when he goes to Africa, yeah? He went to Ghana, for example, and went to Michael Essien's home. Or he goes to the Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. This guy is looked at as a legend in Africa. You think he's racist? Come on. But let's talk about the reaction from these clubs. Here we are. Let's get into it. Here's Fenerbahce putting this up, saying, the whole world is saying, the special one. With a fantastic, I think that's an artificial intelligence. I think that's an AI image, but it's a very, very good one with Jose Mourinho's signature on it. And we had, funnily enough, this is going to hit home. This is going to hit and make the point. Exactly what I'm saying, what I've just said, yeah? You are going to get this. This is the best way to debunk everything. From the man himself, ex-Galatasaray, ex-Chelsea, Ivory Coast's own, Didier Drogba has put out a statement today saying, "Dear Galatasaray, you know how proud I was to wear the yellow and red jersey and my love for the most decorated club in Turkey. We all know how passionate and heated rivalries can be, and I've been lucky enough to experience it. I've seen the recent comments about Jose Mourinho. Trust me when I tell you, I have known Jose for 25 years, and he is not a racist, and history, past and recent, is there to prove it. Let's focus on our games, support our brilliant Lions, and let's win the league to get close to our 5-star. How can my dad be a racist? Come on, guys. Man, Didier, I love Didier, by the way, just big up to Didier. Can I just say, for the fact that he has had to do this and actually come out in order to defend Jose, I find so commendable from Didier Drogba. Big up to Didier. And let's just, this will sum it up. Look at that, man. Look at this. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, now, Jose Mourinho himself has decided to take things to the next level. This is where I have to say, Galatasaray, I'm sorry guys, but I think you put yourselves in a little bit of a situation. Jose Mourinho is exploring legal action against Galatasaray for defamation after they accused him of racism. Now, let me tell you, if there's someone on the planet that can get the strongest lawyers possible known to man, it's Jose Mourinho. And you know what? Jose is the wrong one to mess with. Because Jose is that guy where if he has to go through hell just to make a point and then come out of it winning, he'll do it. He'll go through hell. He'll take all the burns. He'll go through everything. He'll be like, no problem, bring it. He is that guy. So Galatasaray, I would recommend that you just forget everything. But I'm going to give you my opinion now as I bring everything to an end as to why I think this is going down and why this has happened in this way. Since Jose's arrival, and Galatasaray are right here, this is the one thing that I say they're right on, but they know. Since Jose arrived, he has been exposing everything about Turkish football. Jose brings with him box office attention. Jose brings with him the world looking, because he's one of the most successful managers football's ever seen. So when he landed in Fenerbahce, already Fenerbahce had been suffering in the Turkish football infrastructure in terms of the system. They claim corruption, all sorts of things going on. Jose was told about that, saw it for himself, and even publicly came out and said, for the first time after he started realizing what was going on, he said himself, my club only told me half of the story. If they told me the whole story and how bad it actually is, I wouldn't have come in the first place. That's how bad he's describing the infrastructure of Turkish football in terms of what actually happens behind closed doors. And the system overall that he's criticizing. Jose and the eyes that he brings has now brought attention to everyone to look at Turkish football and go, what is actually going on over there? Is there corruption going on? Is there dodgy things happening? Jose has opened that door. And I know for a fact, if this is the case, that there is any dodgy things going on, the ones that are initiating it or benefiting from it, in this regard, Fenerbahce would look at Galatasaray as a direct rival that would want to keep Fenerbahce down. You'd think Galatasaray are like, hey, we can't let this go any further. We got to try and stop Jose here, you know? So that's the angle that Fenerbahce would be looking at this from. And Jose has been very critical since his arrival of his observations and what he has seen in Turkish football. And this is why, most recently, he was very happy against Galatasaray that there was a foreign referee in there, which I think has made his point that now there's finally someone unbiased, perhaps, according to Jose. So this is where it all stems from. I think, personally, Galatasaray, it would be in their interest to try and shut Mourinho up. It just would be, in my opinion. So I'm not surprised that it's gone to this and they have found one excuse to put on Jose in order to try and suppress him and put him into trouble, which would be of their benefit, wouldn't it? Jose, though, now threatening legal action, this could get very ugly. This could get very ugly. So we'll see how this all goes. We'll see how this all pans out. But let me know your thoughts. Do I think Jose is racist, though? 120,000,000%. Hell, absolutely not. Hell no. Like I said, you can accuse Jose of all the things in the world. Racism is not one of them. Not even close. So let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you on the next one. Subscribe, notification bell on. Thank you so much. Take care, people. And peace.